Okay, we are live. Hello everyone, hello. Welcome to Photigy Q&A. I am Alex Koloskov, your host. How are you doing, guys? How is everyone? Okay, today we have not much to talk to. But we have very beautiful submission from Richie. Hello Richie, if you watching this or will be watching. I'm sure you'll be watching at some point. Yeah, here you go. Hello. And let's talk about your submission, and then I'll show you. Well, Richie, probably you've seen it, but since we have way more people watching this Q&A later, I'll show you a few ways to replace background and do cool photos with AI using our own application, that basically our own startup. But first, real photography. Well, it will be real photography too, but with mix. So let's see. You have this trimmer or whatever grooming kit, the shaver actually, right? And well, by the way, it looks great. It looks great, and I still see that this is artificial background, right? So when people saying, "Hey, Alex, AI is not photography," I'm not sure why they are saying this. Why are you saying this, guys? Because Photoshop is not real photography either, but we all use it, and there is no way not to use it, right? In professional commercial photography. So, Richie, the image is really good. Lighting and everything, awesome. Just really good. I love it. I really like how you position everything, so we don't have like straight lines where it's supposed to be the cylinder. I'm talking about the base, right? It's all beautifully ovals, okay? Ovals everywhere, so nothing is straight shot. I mean, like a straight angle. However, it kind of seems like this is straight, but lens, you didn't specify, Richie, what kind of lens is this. It's probably a relatively wide angle lens, so you have this look where with wide angle lens, this is what happens if you have a relatively high subject like this. You have the bottom of it, camera is looking like from top, but the top of it, camera is looking from the bottom. And oh, okay, 105. Wow, I was thinking around 50 millimeters. So, well, I don't know. It looks great. Hello, Elisa. Hello. Aurora. Okay. Hello, everyone is here. Beautiful. Okay, so angle is great. Well, basically everything is cool here. Why I'm thinking this is digital background? It is beautifully done. It doesn't have, well, we don't see where the horizontal plane goes to vertical, which is completely fine. But the shadow is here is not, I mean, it's good, but it's a little bit not photorealistic, at least how I see it, because it's a little bit too wide considering the lighting that you have. Well, it's not about lighting. Lighting is completely different, and with real lighting it will be real different shadows. But imagine that we have this some sort of light from top, right, kind of, which throw this shadow under the base. Richie, you need to make it just less wide. This is the only thing, okay? A little bit less wide. So this and this, these areas should be a little bit narrower under the base. After that, nobody will tell that, hey, it's digital background. Well, unless they see that it's perfect gradient and stuff. But this is correct way to do it. Is it straight? You mean straight? Oh, yeah. For me, it looks completely straight. Yeah. If you're talking about the image, I think it is straight. We can check it. Actually, well, almost. This side, left side, slightly kind of towards the left, but right side is straight. So I would consider it straight, really. It's a little bit maybe some distortion from the lens, but the hair is off. What hair? I'm not sure what do you mean. Oh, you mean the like little bit? Well, maybe. I don't know. Or I'm not sure what you mean. Anyway, Richie, it's good. It's very good. Let's see what you have next. Okay, this is details. Yep, this is right way to do it. So, I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Oh, no, it is. So, yeah, the artificial background. And you kind of, this is your photo, right? And this is just what you pulled from the website, right? This is what, it's actually cool for portfolio. Cool idea. Yes. Very good. Very nice. And here it's interesting. Aurora, I see that this thing is straight, but this little thingy on top, maybe it shouldn't be straight. It's a little bit kind of sideways, but maybe it's supposed to be sideways. This thing is, you put it in your nose, right? But, oh man, more electricity. 1 second, guys, let me fix it. I'll be right back. Okay, all is good. So, yeah, nose, yeah, I don't know, but it looks like it's really, I mean, the nature of this, it's not straight. Richie, here on this image, look, you have two of them looking at the left by this, you know, the power button. Basically rotated, right? Rotated. And this one looking straight to us. Not sure why. I mean, it may be fine completely, but I would rotate it as well. So they will look all the same direction. And in this case, I think we will see even more a tilt of the tip of this trimmer. And I think it's good. It's good to show it, because here, right now, I'm not sure if this lens distortion, or it's really kind of looking that side. So if it really look inside, if you rotate it, I believe it will look even more, because now it's a little bit straight, and it will be perfect. And actually, this guy looked there, this guy rotated and kind of head there, and this will do the head the same. So I would do this definitely. Then our thingy was the background, with the shadow. You see what is going on, right? It's floating. So shadows, you need to master it a little bit more. You can really use AI for this, actually. Yeah. But anyway, Photoshop, it shouldn't be floating. So you need to, when you see the real shadow, when you place it on the, let's say, gray paper and shoot it, I'm talking about the shadow that is in front. With the frontal light, it will be no shadow on this, on the very frontal area. The shadow will start appearing a little bit on the sides. And this, it will be almost touching. Table should be kind of touching it. It will be just a slight shadow on in front, but you have a little bit too much. So it's a little bit floating. And actually, I see something is going on here. Not sure what it is, but something is sticking out a little bit, few pixels. I noticed it. Yeah, so shadows you need to work it on. The rest is super nice. I want to run it through the app just to see how it will go. Yeah, actually, let's try to run it with this smart editor. This is our NeuroWiz, guys. If you don't know what it is, you check on neurowiz.ai. So if you put it like here, for example, and let's have gray shooting table, studio lighting, No, professional photography is already there. So we just will see, maybe it will add shadow a little bit different. We'll see what it will do. And since generations here for free, you need to pay $1 per image or $1.50 only for the license. If you want to use it commercially, you can always use this application just to see how AI will put shadows and stuff before you prop it with real thing. So I'm not saying that you have to use it for your portfolio, but to see the shadows and stuff, I mean the reflections. You can describe the scene that you're going to recreate in the studio and see how it will look like. AI does a really good job in placing those subjects and kind of making them look good. Okay. So, yeah, that's it. Very good work, Richie. Very good work. What I told you, it's very, few things, and well, most of people won't notice it. So it's good for your portfolio for sure. Yeah, you see, now I see this stuff being not rotated, the last one, and it's like, oh wow. So, but yeah, the lighting and everything, that's perfect. Okay, so here we go. Well, you see, it does created super photorealistic shadow, too much. I mean, if light is behind and light is behind, it created this type of shadow. So, but again, you can always see the real stuff here. I think it did a little mistake here, but I think it didn't clip it from the background. So if you want to real good advice from AI, use image on without, I mean, I use that one, right? It has all this stuff around and shadows, and when AI clipping out it from the background, it can do little mistakes. So if you put it just without background, like a PNG file, no background, or some plain background without anything on it, it will work better for AI. Okay? Yes, you need to get clients now. Well, clients, that's the way how to approach them. Your portfolio is good, you should have clients. But these days, it's super hard to sell your services. I mean, that's the stagnation, the economy goes down, so businesses try to save. And they probably start saving on photographers first. By the way, this is why we have this. If you use it, you can sell your images very cheap. So business will still pay you money. I'll show you a few things. So I already showed you how to use this guided one. It's super good when you want to draw the shape of what background should be generated. But here I'll show you how to use real background. Okay, just a real case scenario. Yes, exactly. Basically, this thing, Aurora, it does the same. It puts your photography on top of AI. But it creates very nice surrounding. I'm talking about the shadows, reflection, and everything. That is just next to the subject. It does it really good. If your subject is a bottle, it will be some refraction, some light coming through, which AI will create for you. So, but then you can grab it in Photoshop, upscale, and in Photoshop put to preserve details, to kind of apply your image on top one more time. This is how you use it professionally. Okay. Let me show you how to use background replacement. Let's say you have image, let's say watch, okay, and you want to place it somewhere like this, for example. I just browsed advertising photo of watch on rocks. Okay, I kind of like this idea, not exactly like this, but I want watch on this background. So I save this image, and again, this is completely fine. You're not stealing anything. You will see why, because the resulted image will be quite different. So you go here and first you find the subject. Let's say I have this watch. This is one of my clients' watch, okay? Just white background, this is what they sell, this is what they use. But they want other images. They were thinking to hire me, but again, they didn't have much money for this, to pay me for shooting, in studio and recreate something. And I offered it to them, this, and they really love it. And I'll show you how it works. So you place it somewhere where you want it to be on the frame. You can use landscape, portrait, or square. Square is fine here. And then you need to grab that image that look alike basically the style. Here is the image, okay? Very similar, but I don't need this watch. It will be my watch on top, but it will grab this rocks or whatever. You may put some prompt, you may put keywords, or may put nothing, because this is basically your prompt. It will use it to create surroundings, and you just hit run, okay? So style image, which in our case is the background, and then photo of your subject. This application, it will just try to, it won't be exactly the same background, but it will get an idea and it will place the subject on that background. This is the closest thing for, to the digital background photography workflow. We all know it, we all use it when you shoot thing on, let's say, gray background, and then use digital background to place it on top. But this thing does better job in most of the cases. Watch is more simpler. Watch doesn't have, transparency or whatever, but if it would be some bottle or something, like I said, it does really a good job on recreating things around. Like, I'll show you a little bit while it's processing the images that I was doing. I was playing with, for example, this one, okay? This is just on the white background. This is the bottle of, well, the perfume, right? And the rest is generated. But look at this at the bottom, and the reflection and everything. AI does it for you really well. You can do it in Photoshop. You can do it all manually. It's not a problem at all. But why to spend your time if it can do like this? This was generated actually not from the background. It was from the prompt, all this. But you can see what I mean. This type of stuff, AI can do better than you. Okay. Oh. So looks like, you see, it grabbed the idea, but the watch was bigger on the image that we supplied as a style, so it kind of created that shape. So it's not good. What we need to do, we need to resize to make our image same size as the watch. Or we have to grab image without watch, okay? Because it cropped this image by square, and the watch is bigger. You can just put, different image, maybe, for example, this one. We can try this actually. Well, this is too dark. This is a little bit too dark, but what about this? Okay, let's grab this and see how it will work. We'll see. But if we make it slightly larger here, okay, like that, and do it, it will be, well, on the rocks. Did you tell it to light from the back? No. That image that you've seen with the perfume, it was no prompt. It was smart editor. Smart application. I'm talking about this one. So for this, you don't need to have any keywords. It's optional. You can add it, but I'll show you. This is how. Without keywords, AI will decide itself what environment it want to use. So this is the image, okay, the source image for that. It will be completely different because, again, every time it decide by itself. I want to place it a little bit lower so it will be closer to the bottom, meaning then larger. The rest will be behind, and I just can hit run, and that's it. As you can see, I can even operate in different windows, but it will be still the queue. It will get in the queue. Okay, so it still does this thing, unfortunately. Let's do but you get an idea. Let's replace the image to different one. Let's grab that this one, for example. Ideal image should be square, actually. Let's run this one while this processing. And another application that I want to show you is the splash around subject. This is you're gonna love for sure, because it does cool things. It has limitations as any AI, but you can do very cool stuff, especially for food photography, because we released milk and chocolate model. This is our own trained model. Okay, so it's different. You see, it's different. It still thinks that this is good to be placed somewhere like a bathroom. We see towels and lighting and stuff behind. It also changed the edges a little bit because light is yellow. You see, more like not candles, but something like yellow. And it did it. It created the reflection, the tiny reflection that kind of gets that light, the correct light. And well, it did a little bit highlight the bottom, because the bottom of the image that we used, it was different, right? Look at this. There is a bottom with the light coming through, yellow light. If you look at our image, it was nothing like that, right? AI created it, this tiny reflection on the bottom. So it does really good job on making this, well, fitting the subject into the digital background. It does actually, it's better than, I would say, 80% of photographers that I've seen doing this digital background stuff. Really, so many mistakes. And it's hard job to do that. It's lots of work in Photoshop, manual work to do this all. Okay, now, okay, here we go. So this is the perfect example. If I go to my images, I'll show you the previous one. So previously I tried the same, it created this for me, but right now with different background, this is what it is. No prompts. Of course, the image had text, so it's a little bit has text. The reference image shouldn't have any text on it, of course. But we just grab this watermarks and whatever. It doesn't matter. It's a style. It's just a style. So it rocks. Instead of like telling what kind of rocks, what kind of colors, you can just upload image and it will replace background. And as you can see, it created shadow, right? It created shadow because we have light on top a little bit more, even though it's top-down image. So here is a little bit more shadows than top. It's perfect. Okay, this is the way that if you would shoot it on such background, I will tell you, hey, this is done really well. Okay. Now let me show you this this one, guided splash generator. It's guided, and it's not just guided; it's splash generated around your subject. So first the subject, and splash, like I said, splash is milk or chocolate. This is the model that we trained. You can try different splash, like put in a prompt, but it won't be good. Wait for the next model that will do the same application but with clear splashes. So let's grab, since this kind of splashes, I'll grab the cookies. I had those cookies. Do I have another cookies? No. Okay, let's grab these cookies. So I just pull it from internet somewhere. The cookies will be in the center of our image, okay? And it's cookies with chocolate, so I want to have chocolate splash around subject. Light, let's say blue background. Since this is yellow, so blue can be nice. And this is the beauty, shape editor. Okay, you go to shape editor and you create a shape of the splash. You need to keep in mind where the subject is. So for me, it's right in the center. So I want to draw it all around. I'm making thickness, thick brush. Relatively low opacity, 10, and I create this kind of splash. Okay, it shouldn't be too heavy. I mean, you don't need to put opacity too high, because if hard edges will be around, splash won't look good. So you can change thickness. You can add more opacity to bring those like like little droplets or whatever. It won't be the same shape. It won't be exactly like you wrote like you created, but it will be just a guidance for this stuff. Okay, so you can always play with this more or less and have that kind of thing. Okay, let's add even more like droplets. Boom, boom, boom. We'll see what we'll create. Okay, so let's try to run it. What it will do, it will use our model, create the chocolate splash and place the subject inside of it. Perform with a water splash. Yes, it will work. We didn't release it yet. It's still in process, under development. The splash for clear splash. So we do have clear splash generator, which is this one. but this one without the subject, so it's just a shape editor. So here you can just draw the splash, right? And it will create a splash, but there is no subject placement. We're gonna, I think it will be released in a couple of days. I need to see application where it will be the same model, but with subject in the middle. So you can do perfume or whatever. We can try it there, yeah. Okay, so it did it, but splash didn't work well, the shape, even though this nice, yeah, like two large droplets. So probably I need to go back and play a little bit with shape editor. Those bubbles wasn't really playing well, so I need to kind of redo it. Let's try just to do like this without all those bubbles, okay? And let's do not chocolate. Milk, okay, let's do milk. Yogurt, milk. Since we have model trained on milk, milk is the word that will trigger this to kick in. So better use milk. Because when you train model, you're saying what it is on the picture. So I was always telling it with all the images that I use for training that it was milk. And it understands actually that it can be chocolate. For now, we didn't train specifically for chocolate, but let's try. Okay, so this is our splash, but again, it's different. It's not around the subject, and it's clear. So I need to wait a couple of days. Okay. So what else here? Already last time I'll show you how to do this. This is super cool. Today I did this and this background photo on a white background. This is actually a cool thing about shadows. It will have little shadows on the subject that has background removed. So it will place it on a white background. Let's say I do have this image, right, of this thing. Actually, it's really crooked. Do I have something? Okay, anyway, I want this bottle. It's a little bit not straight, unfortunately. Where I have it straight, don't have it. So we're gonna have rotation over here. It's a next release. You can rotate the image because without rotation, it doesn't look good. So and that's it. You just hit run, and it will create it on a white background with slight shadow underneath, if you need it. Okay, milk. This is our milk. Again, splash shape is not really preserved, but you see it kind of gets around. You may need to do several iterations to have nice, you know, touch and here and there. But in general, it did work, okay? And you can see, I can show you on my images the previous generations with this. Like, for example, yogurt. This is, I was trying yogurt with raspberries. That's what it did for me, not bad. This is chocolate with yogurt. This is something strange. This is what I generate. This exactly the same thing that I was showing you before. It was generation. Yeah. So it does good job. You need to do several runs to get something nice out of it. Okay. This is just splash without anything that does beautiful splashes. Chocolate. This is the chocolate that I was kind of playing before. This is the perfect chocolate splash around. In general, does it work better with food? Well, it depends. It depends. I found that the edges of the subject gets a little bit kind of blurry and strange when the subject is bright, especially bright subject on a bright background. It's kind of you need to do a little bit of Photoshop work to fix it. For something dark, it does good job. Yeah, like that, for example. Same workflow. This is crazy one. And so you see what it did. Again, it should be straight, but it's white background, and you see the shadow. Well, it's not super perfect, but well, This is probably not for photographers because you can do it in Photoshop super easy. This is more like for people who has no idea about Photoshop or whatever. They just need to remove background. So this is this application. I showed you already this one. This is not published. This is draft. I can only see it. Advanced Photo Generator. It's similar to this one. Okay, background replacement, but it's grabbing the style. So you put the image. Oh, and actually, let me see. I need to remove it. Then what else? This is can generate any image for you. This is Flux. It's just prompt generator. You can do whatever you want. It generates anything. And the rest is drafts and logo generator. Yeah, this is what we have. Okay. So what questions? Can I see the one with strawberry and perfume you had there? Yeah, let's see. Strawberry and perfume. No. Which one? Oh, this one. Yeah, it actually did. I forgot that it did it. So it can do it. We can try to do clear splash. Let's try. I mean, clear splash, but I'm not sure if it's gonna work well. So if not chocolate, let's do red. That's blue. Blue liquid splash around subject. Light purple, not purple. That let's do yellow. No, red background. And let's have our perfume. Let's see how it will work with it. That's just interesting thing. So somewhere like that, right in the middle. And then I create a shape editor. What if I want it to be like boom, like this at the bottom? It will hit it. And some splashes like that. We'll see. Maybe some droplets. Let's try. And I didn't even include this extra view in creative. If you click this one, it will, well, it will add one more model which will mimic Mid-Journey type of thing. So it kind of does good stuff. Not super photorealistic though. So what else I had played here? Well, this is just, for example, this is the cool thing about that Flux generator, that it can generate text for you. So I was working on a website, on our new release, our startup website, right, with this one. I need some pages like about and stuff. This is actually where you can see all the results and everything. This is all the main website of the new project. So when I was working, I need just like a person standing. I wanted NeuroViz on the jacket, and you see, it was a prompt like, hey, person standing in a server room with NeuroViz on jacket, and it did it. This is real NeuroViz. I mean, I'm not talking about watermark. I need to download it, so it will be without watermark. And this is without watermark. You see the quality is really good, and it's real here in NeuroViz. So you can generate stock photo like this. Same thing with this guy. It has NeuroViz on the jacket because I want like company photo. I have even this guy, NeuroViz, but I didn't like the that idea. There is one more NeuroViz. So this is for security, you know, for like, well, I forgot what kind of page is it. This is what we did for clients. They were selling the cakes. So we got a cake, image of the cake. Actually, I had to shoot it with a phone. And boom, it's cake. It's nice. Yeah. Same thing here. So why you may think that this is not as good as digital backgrounds that you're going to make it. I don't think you can make such background with all this thing on the bottom as good as we can do it. I mean, the AI. This is done really well. Yes, sometimes you need Photoshop. To make it perfect, you need to sometimes place the subject in Photoshop and basically combine those images. And, well, but it's still super easy if you have exactly the same size. If you prepare an image in Photoshop for the generation, then you just put generation and you have your image on top already in Photoshop, completely aligned, and then you need to work on a little bit on something. Okay. And this is our splashy thingy, yellow splash. Well, it didn't really did what I asked in terms of the shape, but it's always like the compromise between making it follow your shape or and doing more like free generation, because when we'll make it to follow your shape closely, the problem that it will look too artificial because you cannot draw nice shape. So I can try to do this, just add a little bit thicker shape, and we'll see. Yeah, background is still, I was just switching between two tabs, right? So it generate different background. Oh, this I remember. This is a certification student. Last Friday I was reviewing his image, and honey was his with the label and everything, and it generated stuff around. This is nice, kind of, but look, this is what happens when your shape being followed really close. It's not really kind of photorealistic. So I give it a little bit more room to generate all this stuff. This is funny. We had we were at a friend's house. It was the owl, which was the candle, and it was just owl, and it kind of created this image. It's really hard to tell where the AI, where it's photography, but the owl is photography. iPhone photography though. But anyway, yeah, this is what. We're doing this for one of our clients. They need just images, you know, of the watches. Same thing. And this is for the student when he need placed something. This is another watch on a white background. Yeah, it's done. So let's see. Okay, you see, it's the splash is super photorealistic. I mean, this is how I would kind of splash this type stuff, but the shape is not really followed. I'm not sure why. Let's do extra vivid and creative. Shape editor. Why it didn't like the shape? I don't know. Several runs. Remember, every time you do regenerate, it will be different image. Sometimes, especially with splashes, it will be quite different image. So if you don't like it, you hit regenerate, and download only things that you like. Soon, well, we're looking for investors and almost close the pre-seed round, so we'll have more hardware and it will be way faster. Right now, it's just one machine that runs on it, and sometimes it's just you need to wait longer. Once we have at least 10 machines, it will be like this. Yeah, Aurora, Friday, the problem is Friday, it was no people on Friday. So I was running it, but it was one or two online attendees, so I think like, okay, what's going on? That's the problem. The link, yes, I'll send you the link. We'll run it this Friday. 1 p.m. 1 p.m., not 4 p.m. Okay. Boom. Actually, not bad. Let's download this. And what happened if I upscale? You know what? It's interesting. Let me upscale it. I like this. That's kind of cool. Let's upscale. So upscale will give you 10x. This, the image that it generates, it's a 124 pixel by 124 pixels. So it's 1 megapixel. When you upscale, it will be 10 megapixel. Well, 9, 10, 12, depending on the aspect ratio. So we'll see. Upscale will change the subject a little bit. The text will be distorted. But in many cases, the splash may look good. it was some issues with Upscale with Splash. Maybe this was, we'll see. Sometimes it does completely different image. I need to see. Okay, guys, I hope it was, we'll wait until the end. So if you're interested, you can check the NeuroWiz, okay? It's called neurowiz.ai. You can see what it is. We have a course. If you like, we have a course. You can join it like this, but you need to use it commercially. The images that it will generate, you need to pay at least buy credits used for commercial license. Basically, image about $1, $1.5 each. But you can always buy the course where I show how to use the application and receive the same amount of credits that you paid for the course. So it's kind of free course. You can check it. It's on Photigy website. So if you go to Photigy, right, photigy.com school, this is the course, okay? So it course, I'll show you how to use it, and right now it costs less than $10. You buy it, $10 worth credits will be when you join the NeuroWiz, will be applied to your account, and basically the course is free. Okay, so but I show you how to use things. Okay. Oh, nice! It did actually. Oh man, it did. How it can do it? I mean, it made it better. Let's review it. Okay, Aurora, thank you. Cool. Let's review. So it's 10 megapixel image. Okay, this is the generation. And Upscale made it better because Upscale, it's almost like a polishing image, and as you see, Splash gets better. It's probably not super good Splash, but let's use actual pixels. Let's see actual size. Okay, so it did polish product. It has slightly kind of blurry edges, so you may need to do stuff in Photoshop. But this is, I just surprised. You see, it's a little bit distorted. Some of the text, some of them really good. But it polished all the metal. It's polished. You see, the gradients are perfect because AI was kind of helping us. And Splash is good too. This is how I would imagine the real Splash will look like, especially, a little bit depth of field and things. So yeah. And honestly, I don't know why people might say, hey, AI sucks and you need to use Photoshop and camera for this. We used camera for this, right? We have real picture, but AI does better job than Photoshop in terms of, even for AI Photoshop, it's very rudimentary. I mean, it's like very limited functionality. With this guided stuff, right, it does amazing job. If you change, let's change shape. Instead of that, let's run it like this. I want it to be like a splash like that across the thingy, okay? Not sure how it will work, this little thing stuff, but we'll try. Okay, same thing. Blue liquid. Let's do not blue, but black. Black liquid. Black oil. Black oil. Woo! Let's see how it will do. I can't stop. I can sit for hours and generate all this stuff. It's just really good. Okay, it's in process. Okay, guys, if you have any questions, it's time to ask me. Aurora, thank you for good conversation. We're almost done. This is gonna be shocking. Well, 15 years ago, I was first who started teaching jewelry photography, like really on professional level, and some like splash photography. Nobody was really doing it well, and people saying that I'm crazy. Nobody needed, but we built Photigy school. Now I'm doing this not because I'm crazy. I feel the world is changing, and I don't see really like photographers really understanding this. They think that AI it sucks, and when I post those images on groups, like photography groups, photographers not getting it. They like saying, "Hey, it's bad." It's exactly the same situation when it was digital camera and Photoshop didn't appear. People were saying that Photoshop is like, it's not photography. Get away from this. It's modified image. But right now, if photographer doesn't use Photoshop, he or she is not a photographer. I mean, it's super. It's really hard to do anything commercially. Same thing with AI. But really, I'll be reaching your clients with this if you don't gonna use it. Really, this should work because it helps people. Either it will help photographer or it will help client who cannot pay photographer. Anyway, I need to regenerate it. Just click regenerate and we'll be doing this. Yes, all this what I do here, most of the applications that we have here listed, it's more like for photographers. It's a little bit too complex, except the first one, for people who have no idea about photography. So we'll be adding more controls, more things that you can do on this interface. So we aiming photographers because my audience are photographers. So it will be more and more things coming soon, really. Okay, the last one, I promise. This last one, I'm saying goodbye. Okay. Still need to work on the shape then, yeah. This shape is not good, so I need to kind of do something else. I need to clear, I don't know. What if we'll do something like this? Like, like that. Okay, don't want to keep your attention. I'll play. Here is the link to those of you who didn't see it. I'm gonna post on the chat. Check it out. It's free registration, and you start generating completely free. You need to pay only when you want to use our images, the generated images commercially. Okay. So, do we have anything new here? No. No. Good. Somebody's generating something, yeah. Okay. Thank you, Aurora. Thank you, everyone. I see you next Thursday, 1 p.m. Pacific time. And Aurora, see you on tomorrow, 1 p.m. Pacific time. Tomorrow, yes. I'll send you a link right away. Once I'm finished with this, I'll send you a link. Okay? Thank you. Have a good rest of your week. Have fun. Enjoy life. And let's talk. Let's talk next Thursday. Bye, guys. No. I'll wait the result. Maybe it will be something simply amazing. I want to see. Sometimes it's a queue. If there are multiple generations, it's longer. Meanwhile, I'm gonna check. I was opening company checking account in the bank and answering question what company is doing, talking about Nero is, and I pulled the phone, took a picture of her phone, on her desk, and said, hey, let me kind of put it on some beautiful office in San Francisco. And it did, and she was like, wow. The teller, not the teller, the manager, bank manager who's working with me for account. It was like, wow, the best explanation what it's doing. Okay, actually, look at this. This is how you need to create a splash. So thicker shape creator, I mean thicker brush, and opacity should be higher. It doesn't, since it was trained on a milk, it had hard time, the model had hard time to do black splash, but after upscale it will be even better. These milk and chocolate, but somehow it does this as well. Okay, now it's bye guys, bye.